Full rush. With the Kraken, yeah, that's interesting. That is a lot of army potential. Would be very interesting to see. I want to see how the Ox actually works against clans that thrive in big army counts. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Quality versus quantity. And I feel like I personally would still have definitely problems with quantity. Gonna try to lock it down now a little bit. Make it a little bit cleaner. And definitely go for city builder here. TV. That's it. That's it. Don't rush dentist. No, please. Please no rush me. I need a lot of time. I want to go for 6 woodcutter lodges. Actually gonna wait a bit. Yeah, I have that. The house, that's up right there. Thanks a lot, Alan. I don't know. Can actually annoy a little bit. Could I get better code? I don't know too. I think you gotta contact the developers for that. So could like have an ox stable and oxes. And it could be. It means to goat. Could be interesting though. But how the clan functions right now is definitely fun. It is pretty unique. So the villagers in general more bulky and therefore not as many fit into houses as for other clans would. That would be a farm tile, that would be insane. Okay. It's how, like always in Northgard, you just need to tell the game so the game knows what you want. And only then the game can actually help you. It rather feels like stack because you in the end don't have to pay any upkeep cost and therefore you can spam buildings and have a lot of buildings up even though just one villager fits in there. And don't have too much of a downside for that. No, it's nothing out right now, and it will not be released until the actual release of the clan, which should be next week or something. Like, the aimed goal is next week. Yeah. I get lore. Yeah, it's true. Can also see that any right upper side, of course. But it is still a work in progress and there can still very much stuff change. That's why they don't really want to, yeah, give that out. Where will I build my second lodge there? I guess I will take that tile even though it's just a 2 tile. Yeah, man. I think it's also okay. What are the fame bonuses, Mad Mix? The 200 fame bonus will give you 2% production bonus for every military unit that you have in your tiles. I didn't test that out too much. I think about where I get my second wood camp. I should get it right here. But I also want a tower, not too bad. I didn't test that out too much. Like if you have a big bulk of army, yeah, it helps. I don't know if it's really worth to have like small amount of armies running around already, just to have a little bit of an eco bonus. Didn't play around with that too much, like how worthy that actually is. But if you have a big army out, it helps your eco at home quite a bit. And the 500 fame bonus is provocation, what is basically a taunt for your war chief, who will then have all units around them forced to attack him. Wait. I'm even gonna throw more vills away. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. The tree is very fun, then the lower tree makes up for a lot of weaknesses of the clan. It works, it works. Thanks a lot, Laruin, for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream, man. Hello, hello. Seems rough clearing with the clan. That's true, that's true. But it's also, I'm a greedy clearer. You could clear a little bit less. And still be kind of fine. Guess I can just build it there. Not too interested in the forest in the next time. Yeah, that's true, true. Like a lot of the clan's lores are very important for the clan indeed. Like the city builder, like 15% production bonus, and buildings don't have upkeep cost at a zone that you develop. So you will soon see me breaking down the scout camp when I went for the ruins and the shipwreck. We will do right now, by the way. Access. Yeah, that's quite a bit. I need more food right now. I don't. No, it's okay. It's okay. Oh no 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 no! I wanna get stone. Getting stone early, quite important. With this glane, like with this build basically, because I don't get mining efficiency. Let's see. Send them over. No. I can just have one scout. I just wanted to be really smart. Realizing, oh, I can't just have one people in there. No, there's no clan-specific lore that gives you happiness, while feeling safe is pretty good with the clan. Because you will be getting the military training. Military units in your territory will give you military experience, what is not as strong. It's not that strong anymore. I think you get like 0.5 per tick, basically. It's not that much. But your training camps upgrade cost will only like cost 50% less. Warcraft will give you military. If you gain military experience, you will gain lore and fame. Tried to build with that in the last game. It's useful, but I don't like to rush for it. It should be pretty helpful. Like in late game, it can get helpful. Like then you have a lot of kills happening. Like you still get lore for them. Like that is great. Then you basically produce lore by fighting, and that is what you're gonna do in the later stages of the game most of the times. It's actually not that useless. But in the early game, I don't think the amount of lore that you will be getting is not big enough to justify to go for it. Goes with the game. That's the amount per kill. Yeah, that makes or breaks it. That's very true. If that would be really a lot of lore, then it would also be very fast, completely overpowered. So it gotta be like then if it then scales up to big fights and it is already a lot in small fights, then in big fights it's of course like completely broken then. So it is not that strong then in the early game, but in later fights it can definitely be cool. Get it? Yeah, true. Like it would be fun to see somebody actually winning a game on lore by being aggressive. I don't know if that is possible. I don't really think, because it's not that crazy then still later on, but it can, like having a lore more in the later game, that can be a very important lore for you. Even though that you needed to go for a lore to get this lore, though. That's always a little bit of a thing there, but it's not too harsh. Gold, actually use that. Now we actually have a pretty okay city builder town. we see. I don't think that petersmith, Ururu or Dano will be any scared of me at all. Damn it. Develop this area here. Don't need this marketplace right now, to be honest. Start with this. But we already have the area here. We have 50% stronger production on it, plus we don't pay any upkeep for the buildings on it anymore. Now. We don't pay any upkeep anymore. And this will be the next one I will be doing that with. Oh, the statue next to my town center is the throne for my war chief. My war chief is pretty expensive. And yeah, he can do a lot of things. Like a lot surrounds around the war chief. What could... yeah, what leads into the thought that going for Warcraft could be a very good thing. There might even be a way to make that valuable, to be honest. Like, would be nice to see somebody making Warcraft work in the early game. But I think it's hard. But yeah, going for an early chief definitely makes sense. Hello Galder88 for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome man. Hello. Yep. Ellen. That is right. Yeah, it's very costly, but it has 100 HP and a lot of effects that are very strong. We will be getting more and more into that in the game. Usually I like to get the second sailor. I can also develop that. I want to get this area here. Hello Danko. A lot. In general, to sum it up, you have bulkier builds, therefore they fitting as much into the buildings. You can only put one villain there. They are more productive though, like one specialized worker will produce 40% more than a normal farmer would for another clan. But I can just put one in there. Therefore, I would usually pay more tax to get more buildings up, to have more villagers working. But with the lore right here, you will be able to pay no tax in upgraded zones. What makes the clan work pretty well, in my opinion. Yeah, Alan, that's why I want this area. Let's get that. I could also upgrade stuff. Let's wait 1 second and just upgrade the town hall. I should have done that rather than going for the area, but I also wanted the area, to be honest. Because you don't get mining efficiency with that, and therefore you're pretty slow on mining, so I love to have the second stone fairly early. I didn't have the chance that often with the Ox clan right now to actually get that. So it's an economy-based clan. I think it's rather economy-based. Yeah, I also want an altar, to be honest. Stop that. Can we upgrade this here? It's also quite combat-based, yeah, because of the war chief and a lot of around that. But it is, the eco is strong. Like, you're a strong eco clan. I think you're rather in the late game. That's what I meant with it. But yeah, you have a lot of combat effects too with the war chief. Like, there's so much stuff surrounding the war chief here. I don't think I can get the war chief before the ghosts come. Damn it. Deal with the war chief. A lot of stuff. First, it's very expensive. It says 100 HP. You can find items on the map with time, like it is with time that you randomly find them. Like, it could be 1 minute, it could be 3 minutes. And the chance rises when you are fighting with the war chief, like doing something. Yeah. The war chief is just used to a lot of money. To be honest, since I am now blocking those with my villagers, I'm thinking about not going for the war chief straight away and rather getting the altar right now. Might be the play. Could also lock this tile down though. But it's not unimportant. Stone is left, by the way. 6. Let's see. Now we go altar. Maybe market will be useful for war chief? What you mean? Should. That could be useful. Get negotiation too. But it's just so hurtful if you lose your war chief. Yeah. And not 15 times 250. It's like 200. No, wait a minute. Just for 1 iron. I think 1 iron is 50, right? Yeah. So 50, 15 times 50. But it's yet pretty expensive. And then 250 on top of that, right? It's still pretty expensive. 1,000 gold. It's GG. At that point. You lose them, it's GG. Maybe in an FFA when you have a lot of time afterwards. You can still do something, but basically it should be GG. Let's go. Yep. I think that's also pretty dangerous against other horses because the ferocious charge, I think I nailed it. Your warriors will attack, your warrior attack will be 100% more powerful after a charge. So you can imagine when the war chief runs away and you always get a dink, a dink, a dink. How powerful those are gonna be, man. Dude, you can't run 2 steps. So I don't really want to meet another horse. Can we make that happen? I got the altar. Really just about the war chief. Nothing else in mind anymore. OP warriors? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I didn't saw what you can micro with them. How often you can actually trigger it. I tried to do it like with X's, just like running away a bit, then pressing X and running away a bit and then pressing X again. But I'm not sure if it triggered every time. Like sometimes the other warriors just ran behind my warriors and they attacked right away and they didn't charge in. Like the idea is that you wanna always attack, run away, attack, run away, attack. Like that would be the perfect thing. If you can. That will be harsh though, that will be harsh. It's not that easy, since a war camp will also just fit 1 warrior. Saying that. Okay, what's feeling safe here? Get some happiness. More gold! That's the drill here with the clan. More gold, more gold, more gold. More food. Looks like Geralt from The Witcher. We can get a close-up soon. We already learned that the... like you get a chest piece. This is not boots like it would seem. It is trousers. You'll get. Oh, and there's already a battlefield where I can get those. So they will appear randomly, and then you can gather those, and it will be one of those pieces. You can already see those right here. They have different effects. I don't want to go over them all because I already did that before. I don't want to do that every time now. But yeah, they can be sure there are better ones, there are worse ones, and like not that many. Can go over one here. Adds 20% chance to evade, like dodge, and 20% move speed in allied territory, and 20% move speed in neutral and enemy territory, and you get a stomp. We just found the gloves. Daniel's already scouting. I don't like that. 802. I get the feeling I'm gonna get attacked, man. I still can't play full greedy, damn it. It's not too bad though. We are fine. Soon getting also the lore. I am host anyway. It's not easy, but yeah. Oh, he won against the wolf. Oh, I see Danos one. Danos too. I thought you couldn't. Then we need a house. Pretty soon. It could be. Wait. Now, because it also makes my weapons that I forge. Those for 4. But I only need to pay 5 then for an upgrade. And it wins 100% quicker. Definitely what I want right now. I don't think so. Would surprise me if all your warriors would have that done. Don't want to develop too much too fast, because Dano could attack at any time. I want to have enough to actually get my warriors. Yeah, I would say so. But I don't think they react that good to early aggression, at least in that build that I go for. So that is definitely my weak point with them. While other players might have less problems with that, like Falls did a pretty good aggression on me the other game. Not sure if he could hold then afterwards against Uluru, that were just playing the eco game there. But he definitely got army out and got aggression, and I couldn't handle it. So that might be the answer against the dogs. Dano over. Still on there. Feeling good here with the amount of woodcutters lodges that I went for. You can also think about upgrading one in your main tower. Go on. I have a little bit more stone for upgrading war camps. Well, I've already upgraded a lot. Don't know. Maybe not that needed. Get rid of that bit. Okay. All the tiles are developed already. The bee will be going with Unstoppable. It's a really strong lore. See what Dano has to offer. What do you have for us? Thinking he'll cope. Oh, he'll cope against axe throwers. For every kill that you get with Unstoppable, like if the war chief is in there, and every unit that dies in the area will regenerate 10% of his health. So if you can war cry. Make that work. What happens there? Yeah, if you can make that work. Yeah, you have pretty good chances then against X-Throws. But if they are in a really, really big number, maybe you get your problems there. I can also imagine that. Ruse scouting. So, okay. What's the food right now? Okay. Very sneaky. $15. That's weird. Fight! Run! That's it. He just wanted the tile. Let's see. Now we can make use of the production bonus. Don't know how big that is. We would need to leave the area. Ah! don't know if people know what tile dancing is. That were in the earlier days when you had axe throwers that you just like dip them in for 1 second and run out again, and they would do an attack. And that's why the attack delay that came in to, yeah, when you do that basically, you know, like you zigzag in the tiles. That were basically made because of that. But I also went for the war chief quite cheap. But he attacked me, man. So why I don't went for the war chief? But yeah, this zigzagging, that will basically prevent you completely from taking any damage, because every time you go into another tile, you will get unattackable for, like, when I enter into another tile, I will get an attack delay from, I think, a half a second or 1 second that I cannot attack in. So if you zigzag with your war chief out, you can basically avoid any damage. Like if you have a long zone also where you can do that, you can also run from way back. Like if you are possible to always run into another tile, you can also run the border up and just zigzag all the time and go home without taking any damage, because you cannot be attacked, because you are not able to attack, but your opponent also not. It's basically how that worked, by the way. Trying to chief snipe a snake main. Yeah, it would have worked, it would have worked. Just taking advantage of the zigzag there makes, of course, it's impossible then. Like, I don't get a chance to play against that. There's no counterplay. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is a counterplay, right? Ah, damn it, there is actually a counterplay and I missed it. You need to park 1 unit on the outer tile. Ah, I completely forgot that there's a counterplay against that. You just need to have 1 unit on the other tile parked, and you basically chase with the other units, but the parked unit will have no attack delay and they basically be able to attack them. But if you do the zigzagging quick enough, you might even be able to dodge those, to be honest. Well, it's an interesting feature. Let's hope they really do something about the watch resistance. I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. Like, I could have completely got the war chief right there. Don't know if I can see anything. Ah, we can see another fight here. A little bit bigger armies, that's nice. The 13 warriors here for Uluru. We have 8 more. Or Dano, I think they just fought. Yeah, that's true. Like, I think he's too vulnerable. Vulnerable? I think he's too vulnerable right now. Well, I don't know. If you take advantage of the other effects, like unstoppable. If you can get a good unstoppable fight going, where you get a lot of units killed off your opponent and get your war chief healed, it can quickly get too strong too. So you gotta find the balance, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're definitely fairly active. Another attack for Uluru coming in. Only also 15 iron cost for no weapon, only the rings. Ah, that's okay, man. That's okay. It's an investment, right? You can find more. Left, dipping right. Do we fight? No. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. You could make advantage of the taunt. I don't know if Dano has the war cry right now. He could very well have that. He killed a lot of warriors for me. There we go. They're all taunted. Dano's warrior gets low. War Chief, but you see a lot of kills for Dano, just healing him up. Healing him back, right back. You gotta keep in mind that Dano were the one that went in, right? He went in. Same numbers. Now the War Chief is a rip. Oh, that's what I told you about before. Dano's doing the counterplay. But it's just way too hard to react to that. I think his War Chief will actually survive. The fact that Dano, that he won in general I don't think is too bad. That he won with these numbers left, that, okay. A good micro can change a lot of things, but here it really counts like, I'm not too sure what the right rotation is between Warcry, taunting, and what do you micro specifically. Like you need to micro your warriors right away from the War Chief as soon as you can, after they got taunted. The taunt was kinda imbo, yeah. We'll see, we'll see. I think like with if the army blob is big enough, it might be pretty hot potato, you know. Imagine having like in a really big team fight, we have like 30 units, and then pop, you trigger the taunt. The question is, do you kill the units quick enough to actually get a bonus there? I don't think so. Well, it's GG. Let's jump out. I'm pretty sure Dano will win here just because he has so much more health on his War Chief. I'm not sure though. Went for a good build, definitely. It's giving sailors though. I guess that's why you also were more aggressive. Yeah, more sailors right there. I don't know. I like my merchants.